Just about tipping.
About what?
Tipping.
I am not from around here. Tippy, like
Tipping.
tippy? What's
Tipping, no, tipping.
Oh, tipping.
Yeah.
Sorry, I heard tippy.
Hey, welcome to the BG Show. So let's just clear it up. What I was asking, okay, let's clarify this, was how people feel about tipping. Tipping. T-I-P. P-I-N-G, okay? Tipping. So when you go to a restaurant, do you tip? Dev, are you a good tipper?
I am a good tipper. I feel like people deserve like that. It's like gratification's not the word I'm looking for, but like to be recognized for their hard work.
Do you tip your hair person?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
How much you tip them? Percentage-wise. Not trying to get into your pocketbook.
Like my hair, when I get a haircut, it's like $50. I'll take
Yeah.
like $10.
Yeah, no, that's the same for me.
Yeah.
That's a good 20%.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what about you at home? Do you tip? And don't be shy if you don't, because this is a safe space. And honestly, you'll be surprised to hear what a lot of people had to say about this topic and how much they tip too. Now, before we go any further, do me a favor. Give me a tip. Click that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and make sure to follow us on all of our social media. And also don't forget to like and share this video as well. We love you all. All right, so quick history lesson. One of the reasons why we tip in the first place, do you know, at restaurants and bars to be exact, is because here in Ontario in particular, servers and bartenders, they actually have a lower minimum wage compared to everyone else. In Ontario right now, it's $12.55.
That's what I'm double checking right now.
I love a fact check, by the way.
$12.55.
$12.55?
$12.55.
Were we right?
We were right.
But Ontario's actually set to increase the servers minimum wage to $15, just like everyone else, come the new year. So now the big question is this: will people keep tipping? Should we keep tipping?
Yeah, of course we should keep tipping. It's still the same thing.
That's the PC answer to say.
No, it's
That's
not.
the
'Cause
answer.
I don't tip people because they make less. I tip you because it's socially expected that you tip people in certain industries.
If you're getting good
Certain
service.
industries.
In
that's
certain
the-
industries, right? It's
Right.
expected, and
Right.
I feel like people deserve that. Like you're putting up. I feel like I feel like you deserve more than minimum wage for putting up with the general
What
public.
industries though? Who made it up? Who said these are the industries that we have
Who
to tip?
did that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
It's true.
Well, what did you guys have to say? Let's take this issue to the streets. Roll the tape. Do you tip?
Absolutely.
Oh, you have to tip because it's your appreciation for the service.
Yeah.
You have to earn it, though.
Depends on the waiter.
Right.
She's nice, you know, good service, of course I tip. If she's rude, probably not.
When you do go out to eat, how much do you tip?
Minimum 15%. I learned this is a Canadian custom to just give a minimum 15% tip.
15% is like what I would tip.
Usually, so the tax that comes with the meal, I just try to match that or like round up.
I would pay the same as her.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all like the same.
I usually minimum 18%.
15 right now because I'm a student, but
Yeah.
if it's like great service, 18.
$200 bill, I'll tip $40.
That's 20%.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah.
Depending on how high. If it's a $100 bill, I'll tip $50. You know, if it's
Yeah.
an expensive meal, they busted their ass. You
Yeah.
know, I know what it's like to bust ass, and I love food. I'm a big foodie too.
Yeah,
right?
and you got
So,
money in your pocket too.
Sometimes.
So if you do have good service, right, and you see 15%, 20%, 25 on the machine, what number are you clicking?
It just depends on my budget that day. Really and truly. Depends on the waiter too. If they were really like nice, then
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, they deserve it.
Over 15%. You know, it could be 20, it might be 25, it depends.
Yeah, how can somebody get that amount from you?
Good service.
And what's
And a
good service in
smile.
your end? Oh, a smile.
Yeah.
How's mine?
Lovely.
Okay, girl. So I can get that 25%?
Yeah, you got it.
Ah.
8 to 15 to 20.
What do they have to do to get you to click 20%?
Be human, be themselves, be nice, be courteous.
Yeah.
Just be you.
No,
Let's get
no,
our
no, no,
picture.
come on.
We have
Just-
earned it.
Yes.
We have earned the picture. Come on.
She's heard the phone. Yeah. Do you guys tip in the UK?
We do.
Oh,
Some
they
people,
do.
but
And
not
they
all.
don't tax like in Canada.
Yeah.
There's nothing Canada.
You put tipping tax in Canada. Oh my goodness.
I do sometimes, but not often.
Okay.
Yeah, because it depends on people's atmosphere and how you're being, because sometimes people can be nice at first, but the end of the serving, you know, they're tired.
So when he broadcasts us, we show that he did not tip us.
Like minimum 20%.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yo, your pockets are deep, eh? Yeah. Good for you. What about you? How much you usually tip?
I don't know. I just do the lowest that I can possibly choose.
You say you on a budget.
Yeah.
Student life.
Yes.
Gotta make ends meet. How about
Usually
you?
it's 20 for me, or like 25 if they're like really nice.
25%?
If they're like really good.
Why?
Just because I know the struggle, you know what I mean?
15%.
15%, no matter
Minimum.
what.
Usually up to 30.
Up to 30%.
If it's really good, I'll tip 30%. Yeah.
Okay, his wallet's good, eh?
If it's if I go in for $10, I'll tip no less than 4. So it's
What?
Yeah.
That's 40%.
well, right now it's everybody needs a little bit, and
Yeah. And you have some to give.
well, not really.
Oh.
I just like to pass it on, right?
Yeah.
Although I refuse to tip with my debit card.
Oh, so you like to leave a cash tip.
I'd rather leave a cash tip for the waitresses so
Yeah.
they have the cash in the hands and it doesn't go through the business, or that way it's for them.
Are people good at tipping?
Sometimes.
Yeah, what do you mean sometimes?
Oh, I think it depends on the individual, right? You cannot force anybody to tip at the end of the day. So does the person appreciate it? Do they think that you deserve it or not?
Well, you kind of rely on it. It's part of your livelihood.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
How important is tipping for you?
It's a big, obviously it's a big impact, right?
What's the biggest tip you've ever gotten?
$120.
Hey, how much was the bill though?
300 and something.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a big percentage.
Yeah, it's a good percentage. I got a
Bless
rush.
you, yes, sir.
Yeah,
I want you to get your tip for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
order. Nice to meet you.
Have you ever worked a job where you earn tips?
Yeah, I'm a party host. I host
okay.
kids' birthday parties.
So tips impact your livelihood.
Oh yeah, some people will drop like $1,000 on a birthday and won't even tip you like $20. Yeah, and then some people are generous, like they tip like hundreds. Depends on the person.
Who are the best tippers?
Arabs.
Yo, you know it.
Arabs.
That was right at the top of your head.
Super generous.
Who are the worst tippers? Don't say black. Don't say black. What if you get bad service? Let me start there. What happens when you get bad service?
If it was really bad, I would probably do 15.
What's really What?
Yeah.
What's really bad for you though?
Like not attentive. Like there's been times where like, oh, the waitress doesn't come by for like 45 minutes or something, forgets things. But I mean, like everyone has a bad day, so.
What if you get bad service though?
Then there would be no tip.
Oh, straight shooter.
That's it then.
Have you ever had bad service before?
No, I have not.
But you are not afraid to click bypass.
No.
Have you had a bad experience before?
Yeah, I have.
What happened?
You know, like someone, I thought I've given it to you. And I'm like, no, I asked
That's
something.
what they talk to you like that?
Yeah, sometimes they do. But, you know, people are different. So you need to appreciate them.
So I ordered, and then she waited 30 minutes to come back and ask us what our order was. And then I told her.
She didn't even take it down?
I don't think she wrote it. And then she came back and she's like, what was your order? So we told her. And then she brought out our food really cold.
Ooh.
So I was like, hey, I was wondering, like, could you change it? And then she was like, we're packed right now. I can't do much for you. And I was like, damn, girl, it's not my problem. So, yeah, I just didn't tip her.
Well, normally I used to go to warehouse a lot,
Yeah.
and sometimes the girls there, they have a lot of attitude.
Ooh.
Sometimes it's not that we don't tip, I'll just do a lower tip than I was going to.
And so, you know, heard about Doug Ford, he wants to increase that to $15, like standard across the board. Will you still be tipping the same amount?
If he increases to 15, I probably will be. No, I think they do a lot. Like I believe, like servers and bartenders, they do a lot. Like I still think they deserve a tip,
They
right?
deserve the tip.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but I might not tip as much as I do now.
You'd go down to 10%.
15.
Okay, got it.
I mean, if the service is good, yeah.
But if they're making 15, will you lower your tip though to 10% or something?
Probably, yeah.
My biggest pet peeve is when people are like rude to like waiters, and if like one of the people that I'm with is being rude, I will tip more just to be like, oh my god, like I'm so sorry, like for my friend.
Hold on, BA, you have a story you want to talk about?
I have
you had a friend that tipped how much on a $40 bill?
I think about like maybe 80 cents or $1. our waiter was being nice to us. We were all giving our tip, giving our cash. He just put down 40 flat. Then she looked at his cash and she was like, "Are you sure?" And then he was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "No, are you sure?" Like when we're at the restaurant, we're like, "Yo, did you realize you only tip 40 cents?"
What did he say?
Or 80 cents. He's like,
Auntie Dev has a story.
Auntie Dev does have a story. So my dad, the first time he ever used a ride-sharing app, he didn't realize it came directly out of your account.
Right.
So at the end of the thing, he looked at the driver and he was like, "So how much was my trip?" And the guy was like, "It was $50 even." And my dad goes, "Okay," pulls out $50 and hands it to him.
Yeah.
Gets upstairs and he goes, "I didn't even tip the driver.
Yeah.
I just gave him the money cash."
Yeah.
I looked at him, I said, "That's a direct deposit. They already took 50% out of your account." So he paid 100% tip.
Your dad was confused.
He was 100%.
Just like I'm confused. You're already mic'd up. Why don't you get 2 mics?
I don't know.
Let's actually get into the gritty here, right? Because when I go out to eat, right? I don't know, like, can we talk honestly that as a black person of color, do we not feel sometimes that there's a stereotype that, you know, out there that we don't tip? Like people have this perception. So you almost have to feel like you have to tip, not just what the standard is, but sometimes have to go over and beyond because you walk into this place kind of expecting that you might not even be treated properly. I don't want to upset nobody, but that's just how I feel, and that honestly what I feel is the reality for a lot of people. A lot of people are wondering like, how do I tip? Well, I'm gonna be quite honest, like I like to live my life frugal fab. So I'm not out here like some of the people you heard in the clips tipping 25, 30%. A standard of 15% is fine, but again, I think like it's like, you still have to get good service to get that. And if you don't get good service, I think there is like so many layers being a person of color being out where it's like, okay, I didn't get good service. These people already don't think I'm gonna tip. And it's like, but they don't deserve the tip, so what do you do?
But the thing to me that's weird is that, and this is just a fact, when you go out to eat, a lot of wait staff, servers, bartenders are people of color.
Right.
So
depending
like,
where you are though.
I think that I'm a good tipper because I was raised by people who work in the service industry, so there's a lot of respect for that, right?
And I like to tip well as well. You know, like if I get good service, I am not afraid to hit that 20% button. Like, go ahead. Can we talk about like, what if your server, like is good looking? Get where I'm going here?
That's an interesting question, yeah.
No, because I think the service industry can be like that because there are some restaurants, let's be honest, who only like to hire good-looking people. Yeah. And what happens if you're a couple going out to eat? What happens if you're a couple going out to eat? What happens with that dynamic? Well, you know we like to be messy here on the BG Show, so we brought the question to the couples on the streets. Let's hear what they have to say. Like if you're getting served by a waiter who, let's say, is a guy, and he's hitting on her. You gonna tip him less?
I'm tipping 15.
That's
he's getting the minimum.
He's getting the minimum. Okay, opposite. What if it's a woman server hitting on him and you're paid? Or if he's paid?
I guess I would do 15.
Yeah. Would you tell him to do 15 if he was paid?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you get better service from female servers or male servers?
Males, because they flirt.
Now, do you tip more when they flirt?
No, hell no. Cuteness doesn't get you nothing.
They don't get you nothing in your books, eh?
Mm-mm.
You gotta have some substance. If the server's good looking,
Okay,
will you tip more?
Yes.
Okay, I
Yeah.
can get the honesty.
No.
No. Budget life all day, every day.
No.
No.
No, I'm not like that. No.
If she looks good but the service is bad, then you don't get a tip.
Okay. What if she looks good and the service is great?
Then she gets the tip. It's the icing on the cake. So
is that a 25% tip for you?
No, that's a little too much there.
So what if you got a cute guy serving you?
All right, you're cute. Maybe I was giving off that I'm into him, but I'm not gonna give him that. You know?
No, he has to work for it even
yeah,
more.
I'm just gonna give him a okay, maybe in the
Okay.
middle.
Right.
I don't tip based on looks. It's just like based on like customer service.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
If you guys are on a date, which one of you is paying the tip?
He is.
Yeah. You know your role. Yeah. All right, so the general consensus seems to be that people in Toronto like to tip. Good for you. They almost always tip. But do you actually? Did we just interview people who like to tip or they were too afraid to tell the truth? Let's answer the question right now. This is a safe space.
So what do you think? What do you think?
I don't know. I want to know. That's why I want people to chime off in the comment section. So tell us what you think. Like, how much do you tip? Let us know in the comment section. We want to hear also from people in the service industry, servers. Do you have horror stories that you want to let us know about? Do you want to vent? Do you want to release? You can let us know in the comments right now. And on that note, because we could keep on going for the next half an hour, but we know we don't have that time, we are gonna wrap up the show. So I do wanna remind you all that if you do have a topic you want us to cover or look into, email us, news@brandongonezshow.com. And a reminder, if you loved our show, if you loved this episode, send us a tip by subscribing, turning on that notification bell. Follow us across our social media. Those details are in the description below. Alrighty. And with a smile, we say bye-bye. Hey BG Squad, thanks so much for checking out our channel. And listen to this, we have more great content for you, like this video right here and this video right here. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to this channel right now and tap that notification bell.